Y'all been asking, y'all been wondering. It's time. It's your host, Brian Tello with 678 Podcasts. Today, we got a special guest, a friend of mine, one of Atlanta's best barbers. And with us, we have Cuttin Up with Brycuts. Brycuts, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Yo. What up, my boy?
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So I have a lot of people that ask me, about you and, how you got started in the business. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, what's up, all? My name is Brian. I'm from Honduras, 26 years old. Hustle guy. Been working in this industry for like around 11 years. Okay. And, this year has been amazing, bro.
I like that. So quick question for you, man. I know that you just opened up your barbershop here. And can you tell us a little bit about how the process was to get your own barbershop? What made you the designs, the floors? I know it's a whole world and culture into itself.
So yeah, that was literally like a year ago. I decided to open my own barbershop. I was having the idea just in my mind, and I was actually in the airplane, dude. I was actually in the airplane when I tomé la decisión de, hey, I'm gonna do something with my life. Cause I'd been making money since like I was probably like 21, but like a year ago was really different for me. Cause I put myself in a situation that, hey, I have to do it.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of people don't know. If you don't mind, how old are you, Brycuts?
I'm 26.
So you're 26. And how long have you been cutting hair for?
I've been cutting hair for almost 12 years.
Oh, so straight out of middle school.
Oh hell, I never went to school, dude.
You were lining people up in the bathroom?
No, it's crazy because I never went to school. Like 26 years old, and I actually dropped school when I was 6th grade. So like that was really hard for me because a lot of the barbers that I know, like all the first clients wasn't in school. Like I've been cutting since I was like 15 years old. So. Okay. For me it was hard because I have to cut like old people and shit, you feel me? Yeah. And then I never feel comfortable because they always want like regular haircuts and things.
And you were trying to do like designs, hair dyes,
the crazy haircuts. All those crazy things that I do, like, I have to look for all those crazy people.
La cultura,
yeah. And then, like, eso así fue como yo en verdad empecé,
Sí, porque la cultura es diferente.
Yeah.
Ahorita es muy diferente. Ahorita todos quieren el pelo gris o
colores.
O de colores, diferentes tipos de...
Like J Balvin type shit.
J Balvin switched the game up a lot.
Oh, hell yeah. Like,
especially for, the hairstyles nowadays.
Like colors, yeah. Yeah, that dude crazy, dude.
What would you say your inspiration is to cutting hair?
My inspiration to cut hair, I think I want to say myself, but... I think it's really hard because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of good people that I see when I was younger. Because my mom is a hairstylist, okay. So I always see actually she was my barber when I was a kid.
So you grew up with that background.
I grew up with like cousins, like uncles de que cortaban pelo. Entonces quisiera decir una persona en especial, pero fueron muchas personas que influyeron dentro de mi carrera.
De ser tu decisión de ser barbero.
Mi decisión de ser barbero fue como, siempre lo vi, entonces creo que sí fue una decisión, pero más que todo fue como que ya que lo tenía que hacer porque siempre fue lo que vi.
Atlanta has some of the best barbers. If you look at just TikTok, social media, Atlanta has tons. I'm talking thousands of barbers and very, very nice barbershops all around Atlanta and the metro Atlanta area. What makes Brycuts different? What makes you unique from the rest of them?
Me, I think, y esto lo estaba explicando like con una persona temprano, y yo le decía de que like cuando estás haciendo like esto, like cortando pelo, es como un pequeño game, like es como un pequeño game que lo tienes que terminar. Entonces no significa trabajo para nosotros que lo venimos haciendo de hace mucho tiempo. Entonces, ¿qué me hace diferente del resto de que esto es lo que yo tengo que hacer? Yo nací para hacer esto. that was meant to be.
It's passion right there.
Yes.
You hear that, guys? He said he was meant to do this.
Meant
he
to
was
be, man.
born to do this.
Yeah.
So it's the passion that makes you different from some of these other barbers, is what you're practically saying.
Yeah, literally. Like, esto es lo que yo tengo que hacer y para esto nací.
That's perfect, man. So I know that, like you said, it's been about a year since you've opened up this barber shop and since you kind of got everything started. But before this, what were you doing?
I was cutting hair literally my whole life. Tuve otros pequeños trabajos, like I used to work in pintura and, a little construction, like, pero siempre like the weekends I was, like cutting hair and everything. So, I mean, ha pasado mucho tiempo de que hice eso, pero los últimos 7 años me he dedicado just cut hair.
Perfect. Where were you at before you started your own barbershop?
I was working at this barbershop and, for like around, I think like 4 years.
Okay, so that was a long time to be working at that barbershop. What made you say, you know what, it's time for me to start something mine? What made you want to leave? Because 4 years, I mean, that's a long time. That's a lot of work you put into that place. So what made you say, you know what, it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to do my own thing. What inspired that?
That was esta vez I was in Las Vegas, and like I said, I was in an airplane y me puse a pensar, like, hey, yo tengo que hacer algo with my money, because I mean, I feel like creo que nadie dentro de ese barbershop like me enseñó como, nadie nunca me dijo, hey, you should open your own barbershop. Era siempre, gastar dinero, era siempre like party, era siempre, like nadie pushed me to the situation de open your own barbershop. So creo que fue bastante decisión mía. No esperaba que me dijeran abre mi barbershop porque no tendría que ser de esa manera. Pero creo que en sí eso era lo que creo que todos esperamos, ¿no? Que de alguna otra manera quien trabaje contigo te apoye para, like como seguir creciendo en la industria o ya sea como persona.
So there was no mentorship there.
No.
Solamente era puro, hey, vienes a trabajar, corta el pelo,
Yeah.
nos vamos de fiesta.
Yeah, basically.
Pero no había alguien que te decía, ¿sabes qué, Brian? Tienes tu disciplina, tienes un buen talento, ¿por qué no empezamos algo para ti o te puedo ayudar? No te dieron instrucciones o no te ayudaron para ser una mejor persona o una mejor barbero.
No, nunca. De hecho, otros dueños de barbería, cuando yo me salí de ahí, muchos me ofrecieron trabajo y muchos me preguntaron, oye, like, vas a abrir tu barbershop, right? Y, like, me inspiraron en ese momento y me echaron como ganas, because I was like, shit, nunca me habían, ni los con los que trabajaba de alguna otra manera me inspiraron a, like, you should do this, you should do that, Entonces vinieron otras personas de afuera de que, pues, vieron el potencial. Y tal vez los demás también lo veían, nada más que de alguna otra manera no les importaba,
Yeah, they were just low-key about it.
Yeah.
They knew you had the talent, but was low-key about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's people like that. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to see, I guess, people succeed because of how people envy each other.
Yeah,
how we look at things. But and I'm glad that you did this, man. It's definitely a huge step in your life. At 26 years old, I mean, it's great. You don't hear about a lot, especially you don't hear that a lot.
Yeah. Más viniendo, de another country too. It's really hard for us. Because, I mean, mucha gente no lo sabe, y es algo de lo que no me gusta hablar, no porque me da pena, porque en verdad I'm glad that I'm from Honduras and I come from another country y hacer todo esto, I was a kid with a dream,
Okay.
And then, like, pero yo lo digo, like, abiertamente, like I'm still legal, you feel me?
Yeah.
Y yo me siento, like, proud of myself because, like,
you came from a different country with different circumstances.
Yeah.
And you're here.
I'm here, like, doing whatever otras gentes no hacen,
No, sí, claro,
and,
claro.
like, muchas veces dicen, like, everybody has the same opportunities. Y eso es mentira, Why? Because todos vivimos, like, different realities in life. So no todos tenemos las mismas oportunidades que otras personas. So I build myself. Like, I build my own opportunities and I'm here.
I like that. You can't say that any better.
Yeah.
You built your opportunities. Now you're here. Now you're doing this.
Yeah.
Man, everybody wants to know, because like I just said, Atlanta's huge.
Yeah.
So,
really huge.
what does a barber like you make? If you don't mind us asking.
Okay.
I mean, the people want to know.
That's a good question. Like, I say it's an average, but I feel that a barber should to make 60,000 to 80,000 a year. That's the average for me.
For somebody that's
For somebody that be working for around like 2 to 3 years, like that's the average for me. That someone I can say that I do over $100,000 a year. I don't want to say, like
oh, you've been
respectfully
PR
from
trained.
yes.
You've been PR trained. He doesn't want to say an exact amount.
Nah.
But in this industry, you are eligible to make over $100,000
Yeah, easy.
with the right clientele, house calls, and things like that.
With the right clientele, like, cause like you don't need all the clients. That you need the right ones.
That's it.
So like 100,000 is easy to hit. Like it's like $8,000, $8,000 a month, $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy. Like some barbers like don't make that much money because they lazy. It's easy.
They just
as
don't put
that.
the effort into it.
They don't build that relationship with the client. So like some people piensa, oh, like being a barber is easy, pero no, it's not. Like it's not just like, oh, like sit and I'm gonna cut your hair and everything. No, you have to build a relationship with the client, because that client is paying your bills. That client's paying your insurance. That client's paying your school. That client's paying you everything. So you have to build that relationship, like. Y eso es lo que pasa, like muchos barbers, like eso es lo que no hacen. They don't build a relationship with the client. So is it to hit $100,000? Yeah. But if you don't put work into it, no lo vas a hacer. Pero the average está ahí. Creo que like el barbero que menos hace ahorita serían unos like 30,000 a year. El que menos estaría haciendo 30,000 a year.
That's still not bad. I mean, it's bad for like if you're barely beginning, just cutting hair, or because most people, it's not just cutting hair. No, I feel like it's an art.
Yeah,
because it's just different. You have a client that needs to look good at all times, and that's why they come to you. It has to be the right fade. It has to be the right taper. Everything has to be right because that's their image.
Yeah.
You make their image perfect or better. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of responsibility on your hands.
It is.
All right, man. In your early stages, bro, how many haircuts did you fuck up?
Okay.
I know you had kids out here walking looking dumb, reckless.
Okay, so cuando yo empecé, I used to get haircuts by myself, right? And then era este.
You had the double mirror, just holding sideways, left, right.
Nosotros, like, creo que everybody has a dumb friend.
Everybody has that one friend that will let you do it.
They don't give a fuck about like nothing. And so this guy, he looked at me. I was like, give me a taper for himself. And this guy, he was like, oh shit, you cut hair. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I think so. This was 11 years ago. El Tingui le decíamos. And then he was my first client. And then I fucked that guy a lot. I fucked his haircut a lot.
But you learned.
Yeah, I learned in that guy. Then luego, my little brother. Luego ahí con los vecinos en el barrio. Y así fue como pues aprendí. And then, I mean, I think siempre desde niño, like, yo sabía que iba a ser barbero. Siempre. Yeah.
So you had it already in there. So before this podcast, man, I did a poll. And I basically put on Instagram, what questions should we ask barbers, right? And one of the replies was pretty much saying, never date a barber. Why do you think they say that?
I don't know. I think I know. That's because okay, so barbers, like, we have a lot of time. That's why.
You guys are just quick to bounce.
Exactly. I mean, if you're a good barber, you can block your schedule and go doing whatever you want. I think that's why. I mean, for a lot of people, it's a red flag.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there was like a few of the replies were basically, don't ever date a barber. So I was just like, whoa, let me ask Brycuts firsthand, man. 26, single. So I was like, let me see what, let me get inside that, man. But also, man, let's get back on a serious note. What is your 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or where do you envision your barbershop or maybe even barbershops?
Okay. So most of the people, like, make like this plan in 5 years, right? Or 10 years, because that's a perfect time to like be well and rich, right? At first, like I was saying, in that airplane, I was talking to myself, and I was like, Brian, like, how you see yourself in a year? So I made a plan like a year ago, and I see myself in here talking with you.
Just chopping it up.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I see myself having my own barbershop, having my own movimiento, you feel me? And then how did I see myself in 5 years? So I mean, the plan is basically like grow, like having like more locations and nada, más que todo, like aprender más acerca del negocio y de los negocios en sí, because I mean, no es lo único que quiero hacer también.
Yeah.
Tengo planes de hacer otras cosas y, el franchise es una de las primeras opciones que se me vino a mi cabeza. Y pues básicamente la idea es nada, like poner mi nombre everywhere, like just drive around in my, I don't know, what kind of car, a Corvette,
Man,
nice as Corvette.
I don't know about a Corvette. It's Atlanta.
I mean, no Audi. You feel me?
I see you in a Urus or
In a years, nah. I want to be humble in a CA. You feel me?
That's not humble.
And then
That's flashy, brother.
Yeah, I just see myself like driving around and oh shit, that's my barbershop too. You feel me? And ese es el plan, like ver mi nombre everywhere. Y si tengo que hacer lo que tenga que hacer, lo voy a hacer.
No, claro, pues eso es lo que tienes que hacer para llegar hasta arriba.
Push myself out all the way to the limit.
All right, man. So just so your 5-year plan is basically to expand.
Yeah.
Now I know that it took a lot for you to come on this podcast because naturally you're a shy person, and most people don't know that, but you're pretty shy, So
a little bit.
We did a few warm-up shots to get you in the mood and everything, man. So just wanted to also ask, as a barber, do you plan later on opening up like a school or any programs to help out the youth, or what could you teach the youth that you didn't get taught?
Okay. About like a school, like in classes and all those things, creo que se necesita like a lot of time, and I feel que no voy a tener tanto el tiempo para. Pero lo que sí quiero hacer, y está eso en proceso de hecho, es, like hacer my own product y vender my own product. Y pues de alguna otra manera, si tengo que enseñarle a mis barberos, lo voy a hacer también. Y más que todo, lo que está dentro de... No es que soy celoso con mi trabajo o whatever, pero, I just want to like keep teaching people para que trabajen en mi compañía, As a barber, they've been working a lot. I feel like social media is good. So, tal vez en social media sería kind of like hacer un plan de, classes online y eso. Pero in the future, ahorita I really want to focus on this barbershop and, everything that you see in here is getting together,
And a little before this podcast, man, we were actually hanging out at the front of the barbershop, and we had a gentleman come up and basically said, hey, man, I used to work here. And before you took over in ownership, and he said, man, it looks great. So I know that made you feel good.
Yeah.
Hearing that, like, hey, you know what? But not only did he say that, he also said, hey, man, like, I'm willing to work. Let me know. One of the things that you said was, I'm very selective of who I choose to be in this barbershop.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit more about that. Why do you feel like it's important to be selective? Because there's a lot of, like you said, I think we talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because there's barbers out there that can cut great hair.
Yeah.
But the personalities,
trash. It's all about the personality.
The work ethic.
Yeah. So, this guy, he came to me and, he literally, before he was like, oh, you have like 5 minutes, and he was like, hey, can you give me another minute? And I was like, hey, I got like 3. And he was like, hey, dude, like I really want to work with you. And at this point in my life, I prepare myself to be picky. And then it is a lot of barbers out there, but I just need the right barbers. And what's the right barber? Someone de que se pueda venir y sentar y hablar acerca de él mismo en una silla. Porque es difícil, es fácil venir a hablar acerca enfrente de ti y hacer un plan o decirte, oh, I want this, I want that. Pero ya cuando lo estás haciendo frente a una cámara es bien diferente. Entonces, en estos días, social media is kind of like I say like 80% of everything.
Yeah.
You know, every like 80% of this business is social media. You know, so necesito gente que pueda trabajar dentro de social media, que pueda hablar con una cámara, que pueda hablar con las personas, que pueda, you know, como lo que yo hago. You know, I introduce myself everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I
hey,
have noticed
I'm
that.
Brycuts and I'm a barber.
Yeah.
I have this, I do this, you know. Pero muchas personas no lo pueden hacer. Like, a lot of barbers, they just look for the money, and that's not the right way para
So you
como
get
like
lost.
build an empire, because
Yeah.
that's everything, you know. Like, tienes que saber cómo comunicarte con las personas, ya sea like en social media, en persona o simple y sencillamente nada, like en la silla.
That's funny you say that because estás hablando de like a barber has to be, you know, has to be ready for social media.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a few barbers that come to my mind when it comes to social media. And there's one based out of Atlanta. And I think you said you met him a time, but Vic Blends. I mean, he turned, you know, inspirational videos,
Yeah.
cutting hair at
Yeah.
Piedmont Park or the Beltline.
Yeah.
And he's huge on social media.
It's pretty huge. Like I basically see him on I mean I kind of like met him in person, but you know we know friends or something like that.
You guys-
But I see like, you know, he's just doing good. He really has something big going on, like really huge going on, because he's actually like, I think like teaching in jail or something like that. He has a program, and yeah, like he built like whatever he is right now, like in social media.
Based off of social
Yeah.
media. I remember seeing just like a few videos.
Yeah.
Actually, a few weeks ago, I saw him walking down Roswell Road.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I'm going to get off right now and pretend to run into him just so I get a free cut. I mean, and just tell him about my, you know, because like, he doesn't just cut your hair, man.
Yeah.
He like talks to you.
He
Gives you the inspirational speech. I mean, and he's hit off a few, you know, TikTok viral videos and Instagram and reels and stuff like that. Now, I know that you're on social media as well. Now, do you see yourself maybe trying that out to see if that expands your business, or at this point in your life, do you feel like you are where you want to be?
Yeah. Yeah, I see myself doing those type. I know exactly what he doing. I kind of have a plan already. You know that I be doing like this type of videos on my phone, and I have like, you know, a couple videos with Alex. You know, my boy Alex, and yeah, I mean it's been the plans like hace como unos cuantos años, like keep building that type of content. Like I say, I'm a little bit shy in the camera, pero, you know, mi plan también es como cuando ya tenga mis barbers, you know, poder yo hacer ese trabajo, you know, para ellos, para tener un contenido grande entre todos. No solo yo, no solo en sí la barbería, sino los barberos también, porque muchos barberos, I know like badass barbers. Like, I be getting haircut by badass barbers, pero no tienen contenido. No saben ni cómo tomar un video con su teléfono. You know, so yo quiero como de alguna otra manera ayudarles, because, I mean, regardless, I'm buying my camera and everything, you know. Y eso es, you know, la idea. At least me, myself, like, talking in the camera or just being in videos, it's a little bit hard, you feel me? Yeah.
Correct.
Pero at least mi barbería va a tener todo eso de
Todo
todas
listo.
las personas. Por eso es que digo, you know, I'm in the point de que puedo ser picky porque yo sé cómo hacerlo.
And then I know that in your own barbershop, you're building your own little studio,
Yeah.
podcast, you know, like room, so that your barbers have a place where they can shoot content.
Yeah.
So that also makes you unique. I don't know a lot of barbershops that have that.
No, I know a few ones, like not in Atlanta, actually.
Yeah, I think you might be
the first one, right?
First one
with the studio, like
one of the very first ones that I know that it has a personalized content room. It's what it basically is.
Content room
for your barbers to come out and, you know, film their, you know, their clients
reactions,
or,
work.
You know,
yeah,
and that's what makes you that's what makes you unique.
Yeah.
From some of the other shops. Now that we're really thinking about it, you know, not a lot of people have that, man. So that's a great opportunity.
Not in Atlanta, dude.
I haven't seen one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you might be one of the first ones.
You know that
to have
I
a
didn't
content room.
I didn't realize that. I mean, I come with this idea because I see a lot of tattoo studios, and I see a couple barbershops in LA and New York that they has their own like content rooms. Y, eso, cuando yo vi este space y yo vi el espacio que había y especialmente esa pared que está allá, y yo dije, wow, ahí queda bien un backdrop, aquí queda bien una pared, esta exactamente, y yo dije, las cámaras quedan perfectas y, like, everything is perfect, Y obviamente, pues, like, todo lo que yo traigo como barbería lo quería diferente, pues
El
quería,
estilo.
quería, porque esta barbería fue de hecho diseñada por una persona un diseñador.
Yeah.
Entonces no fue algo como que, oh, vamos a hacer esto. No, alguien vino, la dibujó con sus manos, hizo un plano y hizo toda esta barbershop.
No, pues the barbershop looks incredible.
Yeah, y eso fue lo que, like, I like that because it's unique. I mean, no fue my idea, fue somebody else's idea, pero eso me dijo, like, wow, eso es, like, le pusieron amor a esto, y me paré y dije yo, esto tiene que ser mío, y nada, pues se dio.
No, pues eso me gusta, me da mucho. I'm thankful to hear that, because it's like, from where I met you, because a lot of people don't know the background, but I met Brycuts in Miami, actually, on
On a jet.
on a yacht. Yeah, we were at a yacht party.
Yeah, it was at a jet
And
party.
I met Brycuts, and immediately was kind of like, man, these motherfuckers can party, Like, I met him in a party stage. I didn't meet him in the businessman that he is now. So it's, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Going
yeah.
on 3
3 years ago. Yeah.
3 years
In
ago
a
in
jet,
December.
in Miami.
In Miami, and
Yeah.
it's crazy because hanging out with the wrong people, and if you would have kept yourself in that crowd,
Yeah.
I don't think none of this would have been possible. I
Not
think you would have
really.
been lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, now
Yeah,
that we're looking
yeah.
back, I mean, a lot of those relationships that happened in that yacht, off topic,
Yeah.
are no longer there.
Yeah, you're right.
You
Like,
know?
yeah, I changed a lot, kind of like I say, a year ago, and I mean,
Sober too, right?
some people dice de que el dinero nunca me puede cambiar,
Yeah.
right? Y la verdad que de alguna u otra manera a mí me cambió, like, the type of person de que era y lo que podía llegar a ser, because I was in this point that I was making so much money that I was just blowing money everywhere,
Yeah, I mean, Miami was expensive. Yeah.
Really expensive. I was in esa etapa de my life that I was just blowing money everywhere, like buying a lot of jewelry. Like, bro, I used to have a Rolex, tenía un business, like I was just blowing money everywhere. And then a year ago, I decided cambiar mi vida, and then change all my circle, like, que tenía. Y pues pasó y pues I'm proud de que dejé esas personas and like como
¿Y llevas cuánto tiempo sin tomar? Because I remember you told me, I think you said you're about a year sober.
yeah, year. De hecho, ¿qué fecha estamos hoy? 3, ¿no?
Estamos al 3.
Al 3, so el 10 de diciembre va a ser un año ya. A year.
Crazy.
Yeah. I feel better, yeah, look better.
Healthier?
Yeah, healthier. Me trajo muchos problems dejar de tomar, y a mí cambiar mi círculo fue algo de que me ayudó también a como no regresar a esa vida. Y I'm not saying that, like, I don't want to drink again, porque sí, de alguna otra manera lo quiero hacer. I mean, de vez en cuando, como la gente,
Como celebración.
Yeah, but I used to go crazy in alcohol y, like, fumando también.
You want to change the atmosphere or the style of popping bottles. You were popping bottles at the club. You want to be popping bottles at your own business now.
Yeah.
You want to switch it up, like a little bit.
Switch it up.
We're popping bottles now.
Different.
To open up it differently.
Yeah, different.
That's what it is. Differently. Champagne tastes better
Yeah.
when the business is behind it.
Hell yeah.
But that's great, man.
It's different now, Like I say, I changed a lot. Y hay un dicho de que dice, pues, que like, mucha gente dice de que, like, el dinero nunca va a cambiarme, pero sí te cambia, la verdad. Like, cambia la manera de ver las cosas y cambia la manera de pensar.
Y la hambre para trabajar.
Yeah. Why? Because y yo siempre lo he dicho, y si el dinero no te cambia, no estás haciendo el suficiente dinero. It's simple as that. If money don't change your mentality, ya sea like bad or good, no estás haciendo el suficiente dinero. you know. And like I said, I was in this point like just blowing money everywhere. Y llegó un punto de que I was like, you know, fuck this life. I don't wanna be here anymore. And you know, that's when I came with the idea that how did I see myself in a year. And bro, I'm telling you, I was coming from Las Vegas, and I was actually in Miami, and I went to Las Vegas. Solo estuve en Atlanta one day, and when I was on my way back, I see my bank account, cuánto gasté, and I was like, fuck.
It's when you wake up the next morning and check the account.
And I was like, fuck, like how the fuck did I spend that much money? And en un mes me gasté más de lo, like me gasté dos veces, en un mes me gasté, no en un mes, como en 2 semanas, 2 weeks, I spent the money that I make in 2 months. And I was like, you know what, fuck this, like.
Something has to change.
Yeah, something has to change, dude. And now, like, I'm making so much money de que puedo hacer like so many things with this, you know. Because, I mean, money is just the key, you know. Money is just the key to do things. Because la gente a veces se pierde en el dinero, you know, como yo lo hice.
Yeah.
Entonces, lo que yo digo, and I was talking with this guy. He's a huge guy, like he's so rich, like really rich. And he was telling me like money is just a thing. Money is just a key. Like it's all about relationships. It's
Networking.
Yeah, it's all about networking. It's all about relationship. Y algo que él dice que entre más you shake your hand with people, más confidence tienes contigo mismo también. Y abres más puerta porque, you know, like me as a barber, I introduce myself like, hey, I'm Brycuts, I do this, I do that. Y yo les doy la mano a todo el mundo. No importa si sea mujer, sea un señor, sea lo quien sea. I shake my hands que esa persona se va a acordar de mí de que I shake his hands y yo
Como
soy una
forma de
persona
respeto.
seria. Yeah. You know, entonces entre más you shake your hand with people, tienes más oportunidades de abrir puertas.
So, how'd you come up with Brycuts?
Brycuts, okay, so no, I mean, me acuerdo back then, you know, like I used to be like, you know, just Brian, whatever, blah blah blah. And then un día me cambié my username, you know, like a Supreme Taper. Y luego, you know, I just check on Instagram, Brycuts sería un buen nombre, you know, un bien username. Y esa es la idea también, you know, like de que ya no sea solo un username, que sea un name que se pueda ver like everywhere.
So you wanted more than a handle.
Yeah.
More than an Instagram.
More than
a
Instagram.
hashtag.
More than the username, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than a username. I want to see my name everywhere. Y I'm about to see my name everywhere.
That's the spirit right there. Quick question for you, man. What advice would you give somebody that is barely entering the business?
Just keep going, dude. Believe in yourself. Like when I say like believe in yourself al punto de que you just believe in yourself.
Al punto donde there's no segunda opción.
Bro,
Eso es la primera opción.
Yeah,
eso lo haces firme, directo y así.
Plan A y hace. That's it.
No hay plan B.
No hay plan B.
It can't be.
No hay
es una
plan B.
distracción.
No hay plan B. Entonces, to the youngest ones, like just keep going, dude. Like believe in yourself y you know, like cree tanto en que lo vas a hacer y lo vas a hacer, lo vas a llegar a hacer.
¿Tú crees que es un talento o que tú crees que alguien te puede enseñar a hacerlo? Are you born with it or can you be taught?
Fuck. It's okay, so
now think your
yeah,
your answer because there's gonna be a lot of people watching this
one,
and they're gonna be like
that's actually a good one. Yo creo que no es tanto acerca de si naces con él o si puedes llegar a hacerlo. I think in the middle está como es on the way. I think on the way, because cuando yo empecé, de alguna manera yo siempre lo vi, pero hay personas que han hecho better than me, en más de mí, y están más como en la cultura dentro y no lo hicieron desde niños, no tuvieron su familia dentro de la industry. So, yo pienso que en my size, yo nací con ello. Yo tenía que ser barbero, sí o sí. No tenía otra opción. Una y otra era, no sé, fue lo único que vi toda mi vida. Pero hay personas que, you know, llegan a all the way to ser buenos barberos o, like, llegan a ser grandes personas en la industry, yo siento de que llega un momento de tu vida de que no importa si cuando empezaste o cuando ya estás grande, que te das cuenta que estás hecho para, no todo el mundo nace con ello. Puede que sí te llegues a ser like un beast, like cutting hair, y porque yo conozco gente que, like my brother actually, like my older brother, like he's 29. So okay, es una historia, me voy a salir de contexto un poquito. My brother, so él perdió, no perdió su trabajo, sino que él se enfermó y dejó de trabajar, right? Él trabajaba, he used to live in New York.
Yeah.
And he was working at this restaurant y luego empezó como con mucha tensión y los nervios y taquicardia, no sé qué verga. And then this guy, he moves to Tennessee, right? Y tuvo como 2 meses que no encontraba trabajo. So one day, this guy, like my older brother, he called me, right? Hey, I found a new job,
And you're like, yeah, what is it?
Yeah, and this guy FaceTime me, and I'm like, I'm piece of work. And he like, shh, I'm cutting. He was working at the barbershop, dude.
Natural.
And then I was like, wait, how the fuck did you working in the barbershop? Like, how this happened? And hey, I know my older brother since I was like 12. Yo nunca le vi como ganas de cortar pelo o I don't know. Like I never expect him being a barber.
Yeah.
Pero él encontró su pasión like years and years and years later. So, yo soy su hermano y yo tengo un barbershop and I've been a barber for so long. And él encontró su passion like ahorita.
That's crazy.
So
sometimes it's
me?
late. It's a late. Sometimes it's just meant to be. It's when you get there.
So, pero algunos barberos, because when I was like 18, I think 19, I was on a point that I was like, I wanted to quit. It's hard, like being a barber, like desde niño, because I've been a barber desde que tenía like de entre 14 más o menos, and then cuando you wanted to quit, it's because like something is going on. Pero me di cuenta de que solo cortar pelo no me llenaba. Because tenía que ir like más allá de just cut hair, Tenía que crear ese relationship con el people because when I was like 18, 19, I did care a lot about money. Yeah. The thing is, I care a lot about money a lot de que nunca lo veía. Cuando yo empecé a desinteresarme tanto del dinero en sí, like a paper money, because money is here. Money is not whatever you have in your pocket. That's bullshit. Money is here because I know people that make money sin tener que tocarlo. So I wanted to quit porque yo pensaba mucho en dinero. It was really hard for me because I was like, you know what, like fuck this. I'm looking for something else. Pero cuando empecé como like building that relationship with my clients, because it's the way como tú like you grow as a person because tienes más conexiones o simple sencillamente conoces más personas, y like just have that connection with the people. Y mi hermano, él nunca tuvo esa conexión conmigo para decirme, oh, I want to cut hair, like teach me or whatever. And this guy now, he's a barber, so sometimes it's meant to be, sometimes like naces con eso, sometimes and on the way to be a barber for the rest, cuando te das cuenta that you're about to be a barber for the rest of your life, pasa mucho tiempo. So puede ser, depende de la situación en la que tú estés. Y todos tenemos diferente historia.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, being a barber is definitely...
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. We were talking about that earlier. It's a culture.
Yeah.
Because it's more than, I think, now there's like... there's shows, there's events. Yeah. Now that you pull up, with your barbers, and it's a flex.
Yeah, it's a flex. Yeah.
Depending on how many social media barbers you got, it's really what it's about. It's just...
It's about flex. Social media, yeah.
Yeah, it's the flex. It's like, yo, look, he's on my team. He's on my team.
Yeah.
This is the spot. This is where you want to be at.
Yeah. It's a lot of shows around the U.S. in el mundo en sí. It's actually barber Grammys now.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I thought I saw a few. There's a few people that I follow that are barbers.
Yeah, it's a barber Grammys and shit. Like getting to that point it's a little bit hard, pero it's not impossible. That's just, like Because what's the top percent, one top percent barbers doing right now? Do you know that? No, I know. Because this is my industry. So, cada barbero tendría que saber, de hecho. I mean, si tú no lo sabes, I mean, cool. But what's the top percent barbers doing right now? Like como a lot of barbers, they like, oh, I don't have a boss. I don't have a boss. Pero if you think about it, nosotros somos los que más jefes tenemos. Because me cutting your hair, you're my boss because you're paying me. You're giving me a job, right? And then, yo lo que digo, if you don't want to have a boss, you want to be yourself and being an entrepreneur and be huge like the top percent barbers, you have to pay the client. Yeah. That don't make sense, right? So the top 1% barbers están firmados por like companies, like Gamma, like Level, like todas estas companies que están huge, so they get paid by temporada, por decirlo así. Oh, like me vas a dar tanto content for like a year and I'm gonna pay you $1 million. So this guy get paid like $1 million, like $500,000. So they go to las academias de modelaje y estas cosas y they pick the modelos and I'm like, they like, okay, I'm gonna pay you and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And they just build content with those people. So now the top 1% barbers, lo que están haciendo es like ser firmados por compañías.
It's crazy. I didn't even know about that.
It's crazy. Like it's that much money. Imagine get paid like $1 million just being a barber.
Oh, yeah, because we were talking about that earlier. You were like, man, I don't know what to wear. Like I want to dress nice, but at the same time, that's not who we are.
Yeah.
You were like, what? Like I don't dress up in a suit to come cut hair. He was like, bro, we're urban. We got the urban look. Like, we're cultured.
Yeah.
Just a pair of Nikes, Jordans, sweats,
T-shirts. Jordans, yeah.
I mean, it's not like, But now there are barbers out there that dress up to cut hair. But
yeah,
like you said, it was like, I don't want to show up as a businessman. Well, not even as a businessman, but like, I don't want to show up in a suit and tie because that's not who we are.
That's a culture, dude. Es como que me digas que un tatuador no tenga tatuajes.
Yeah, se va a sentir.
How the fuck that makes sense, you feel me?
Se va a sentir raro, ¿no? Imagínate sentándote y que no tenga ningún tatuaje, pero te haga una ti.
Tattoo by you.
Nah. You need at least, because it tells your background.
Yeah.
At least who you are. You need at least, if you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. that made sense right there, man.
Yeah, so yeah, yo decía like I don't know what to wear, pero I mean I was like, to the end of the day, like this is me, like like oversized cargos and Nikes. That's barber's outfit.
It's plain and simple,
that's
man.
That's a barber outfit, like. And when we go out, we kind of like dress like, but like the basic, like the daily is, like white. I mean, me personally, is a white or a black T-shirt, like oversized cargos and Nikes. That's it.
That's the fit.
Yeah, like ones or Air Forces. Yeah, I don't come with Dior's to work. I mean, sometimes, like being. But when you see me outside, like if you lately see me outside, it's because I been outside. But I don't go out like that. You feel me? And if you see me outside, ni me conocen.
Chango que se viste bien todavía es que Chango. Nah, man, it's definitely good having you here, man. I appreciate the time that you put into this, man, and allowing me to come, film this podcast with you and just experiencing, a little bit of a new journey for both of us. 678 podcast is new to me.
Yeah.
And being the owner of this barbershop and this content room is new to you.
It's new. It's pretty new.
So, I mean, I appreciate you being on this show and just allowing me to get a quick insight of who Brycuts is, what Brycut does, and where Brycut is going.
No, thank you. Thank you too for, I'm the first one, you feel me?
Hey, man.
And I'm grateful.
Not the last one, man. You'll be back for sure. Once we finish up this content room, man, I'm super excited to shoot in it again and just see where you are, 6 months from now.
Yeah.
And go from there, man. And obviously, I'm sure you have something up your sleeves coming up. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
But hey, man, guys, this is 678 Podcast, man. Hope you enjoyed the session tonight. And you're checking out, man. Night.